My name is Russell Schindler. I'm a professional geologist and I've been doing various kinds of environmental work for 33 years. The majority of my work is specialized in groundwater pollution investigation, sampling, and cleanup. You may or may not know this, but most groundwater pollution sites in the U.S. are related to the storage of gasoline and diesel fuel, basically your typical gas station. The numbers vary based on the operator, but at any given time, between 10% and 25% of all gas stations have some kind of ongoing pollution problem. Other industries like manufacturing firms, chemical companies, dry cleaners, or even home heating fuel tanks also contribute to the problem, but gas stations make up the majority of contaminated sites in the U.S. The rules vary by state, but when a tank does have a leak, all states have regulations about the owner of the site conducting an investigation and performing ongoing monitoring of any impacted groundwater and conducting a cleanup if necessary. Again, the investigation work and the associated regulatory reporting is required by law. This work has to be done. Most of these projects cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and take years to complete. The lifetime length of a typical project is between 6 and 8 years, with some projects going on for 30 or more years. The current practice is that nearly all reports produced by the industry are generated manually on a time and materials billed by the hour basis using Microsoft Word, Excel, AutoCAD, or GIS products. Reports generated in this fashion cost between $2,000 and $4,000 each and are typically prepared 4 times per year. That adds up. The current practice equates to billions of dollars spent annually on sample collection, data entry, and report preparation techniques that were developed back in the 80s. You would think that the environmental industry, an industry founded in science and technology, would be using the latest and greatest technologies for gathering data, conducting investigations, and preparing reports. As I said, I've been doing this work for 33 years, and I'm here to tell you they're not. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They're still scheduling and tracking project details in Excel. They're still writing down data on paper forms. They're still filling out sample bottle labels and laboratory instructions by hand. All this information is then manually entered back at the office, typically by a third person. Then, they complete the reports on a billed-by-the-hour basis using Microsoft Word, Excel, AutoCAD, or GIS. Bottom line, the industry is still gathering data and preparing reports the way they did 30 years ago. The SampleServe solution to this outdated methodology is a software platform that ties together all the different users with one central database. The software platform has a web-based project management tool that can save project managers time on scheduling and communication. The project scope and details are then pushed to our mobile field app, which allows the field technician to collect and transmit all relevant environmental data, including GPS and photos, and they can also print QR-coded sample bottle labels in the field at the time of sampling. For the lab, the QR-coded labels coupled with our patented digital chain of custody allows them to log samples at the lab instantly and saves them significantly on data entry costs and completely eliminates transcription errors. Then when the laboratory analysis is complete, the lab pushes data back to the platform where actionable graphical reports can be generated within seconds. Using SampleServe's web and mobile application, we can save the field sampling crew roughly 20% of their time, and we save about 85% of the costs of current report preparation technologies. Let's go over that again. There are 4 main parts to our platform. The first part is the project management tool, where the project manager develops the work scope and then communicates that work scope with the selected laboratory and field technicians. We also have a mobile field app that is used to collect field data and other sample information. The field app also prints QR-coded sample container labels in the field at the time of sampling. The QR-coded labels allow the laboratory to log in samples without any miskeys or typos using our separate mobile lab app. Then, when all the field data and laboratory data has been uploaded, all the required report graphics can be generated by the user instantly and for a fraction of the cost of traditional report preparation methods currently being used. Here's how our business model works. We give away our project management tool for free. We let people use the mobile field app for free as well. They have to bring their own hardware, but the mobile app software is free. We also let laboratories use the mobile lab login app at no charge. What we charge for and how we make our money is by charging for the report generation services. We provide all the tools and software for people to give us their raw data, and once we have it, we turn around and sell it back to them as well-organized and easily customizable graphical reports that are completed in a matter of minutes. The utility and overall functionality of the complete platform assures high user engagement and high user retention. The report preparation fee is based on the number of samples collected for the project. We use the number of samples collected so that the fee scales with the size of the project. At a price per sample of $15, if you collect 10 samples, the fee for preparing a report is $150. The environmental engineering services market is a huge worldwide market. In 2018, it was nearly $33 billion. By 2025, it'll be a $44 billion market, all driven by ever-increasing environmental regulations and environmental liability. A large portion of these funds is spent on inefficient investigations and inefficient reporting. There are approximately 18,000 engineering companies in the U.S. that provide some type of environmental engineering services. These 18,000 companies collect approximately 135 million environmental samples every year. Using an average of 18 samples per report, that translates into about 7.5 million reports generated every year and growing. At an average price of $270 per report, the potential revenue is over $2 billion. The basic report is just the beginning of many products that can be offered, so that means there is still plenty of room to expand the opportunity in the future. Our early customer acquisition is focused on the end user clients such as mid and large size oil companies, manufacturing, and chemical companies. Companies that have hundreds of properties that have ongoing sampling projects. We already have traction and increasing revenue with companies like 7-Eleven and BP Amoco. Trials are underway with Speedway and Marathon, and we have interest from the likes of Shell and Valero, among others. We currently also target mid and large-sized engineering companies that service those same clients. As we refine product and sales strategies, attention will be expanded to the similar but smaller companies. The cycle time from freemium user to paid reporting customer is approximately 8 to 12 weeks. Early revenue from software is already coming in. As we onboard new customers and put them through their 30-day free trial, we anticipate revenue to multiply. As more and more clients become familiar with our program and we fine-tune our sales and onboarding process, sales revenue is anticipated to grow rapidly. Revenue is projected to exceed expenses in roughly 16 to 22 months. By far the largest form of competition is the status quo, the engineering companies that use old-school paper documentation and AutoCAD or GIS to do the reports. There are a few competing products that have some of the features that SampleServe possesses. However, none of them offer all the required features in one platform. The biggest differentiator, I think, between our platform and their products is that the SampleServe platform handles all the user's needs without having to supplement old paper techniques to fill in the gaps. Also, ours is the only product that prints QR-coded sample bottle labels in the field, saving time and increasing accuracy. I'm the founder of SampleServe. I'm a professional geologist with deep industry experience. I founded several environmental companies and hold 7 patents related to groundwater remediation and sampling. Justin Blanchard is co-founder and leads product development and growth. Mr. Blanchard has substantial experience in product development and has worked with over 50 early-stage startups and venture studios. Jay Cadle is a geologist and also a product manager, and he leads our customer discovery and success efforts. Jake has been with the company for over 5 years. Paul Mead leads our organizational development, implementation, and our business process management. Paul has substantial experience with helping companies with strategy and execution. This platform was originally developed for groundwater sampling. However, there is a significant volume of work in other types of sampling media, such as municipal drinking water. As an example, think City of Flint, Michigan. Cannabis sampling. The legalization of cannabis in more and more states has brought with it the requirement for lots of product safety testing. There are other types of sampling opportunities as well. While some of the nomenclature and data units of measure need to be adjusted depending on the type of media, the process is essentially the same. These other sampling media formats are currently being evaluated for potential opportunity. In exchange for an equity stake in the company, we are asking for a $1.5 million investment, of which $740,000 has already been committed. A previous equity round of $1.1 million began in December 2018 and closed in February of 2019. A $300,000 convertible note was converted in December 2019. We will use these funds for securing key employees and new product development. We will also use these funds for customer acquisition efforts such as direct sales, trade shows, web and social media marketing, sponsorship, and advertising. It's anticipated that an exit via an acquisition will occur within 3 to 6 years. The types of potential acquiring companies include laboratory-related software companies, larger environmental and civil engineering companies, and possibly larger environmental laboratories. I thank you for your time and attention. If you have any questions or would like additional information, I can be contacted at the email and phone numbers shown here.